What is going on, guys? This is Random Things Review here, back with a traditional style review here today for the 21-ounce Hydro Flask Sport Cap bottle. Now, this is a very special bottle that was given to me by a viewer of the program, so thank you very much to one of our subscribers. So I'm going to try and rate it as honestly as I can, but I really do like this bottle from the context that it was given to me with. So first I want to get into the design of it. You know me, I'm a very design-oriented person. You're going to see the sleek black color here with a matte finish. I'm a really big fan of that. It gives us a very sleek torpedo-esque design, if you will. You know I'm always a big fan of that. Aerodynamic. You know, I could feel like I could just throw this bottle down a football field and it really wouldn't catch any air because it just slipped through the air so quickly. So I'm a very big fan of the design and the finish. It feels professional. I could confidently walk into a conference with this water bottle on me in my hand. So I really like the design in that aspect too. The Hydro Flask logo, I have a few qualms about. I kind of like it. It looks a little bit like hieroglyphy, but I just don't know. It looks a little kind of like pre-made to me. It reminds me of the Singular Wireless logo. If anyone out there remembers Singular Wireless, kind of reminds me of that. But it says Hydro Flask at the bottom. You know me with minimalist fonts. I love my minimalist fonts, and we've got a big minimalist font right here. So love that kind of Hydro Flask display on the bottom of the bottle here. Only shows it on one side. Only one bottle showing on that. So in terms of functionality, you can see that it has the cap on top. Now this cap, let me try and open it right here. This is the sport cap. A little kind of tough to open with your hands here. Excuse me, had to do a cutaway of the video there. You can see how we get the cap open here. It kind of takes a lot. You kind of have to use both of your hands and pull it out there. You can use your teeth, but at the end of the day, I feel like it damages your teeth a little bit. So that's all stuff that has to be mentioned when it comes to this cap. But still, gotta love that you don't have to unscrew the whole cap and make a really loud noise, that you can just kind of drink it and have yourself a good day. So I do like that aspect too. On top of that, you have this hook right here that can hook right into your backpack, however you'd want to go about it, however you want to transport your Hydro Flask. And it does have the Hydro Flask logo with that minimalist font that I really like, black on black style right there. So fashion does not take a sacrifice when it comes to this water bottle right here. As I said, you can take this anywhere. You have your conference, you have your class. It goes into a cup holder into the side of a backpack very easy, but if you can listen to this, kind of has like an unsheathing sound, as if you're unsheathing a sword or something. So I think that's kind of a cool effect, but it might be a little loud if you try and slip it out in a conference. Now, in terms of the performance, they do kind of promote down here that it is let's see, temp shield insulation, so it can keep water at the same temperature for about 48 hours, I believe is what they say on their website. I haven't kept water in here for 48 hours, so I cannot report on that. However, I will say when I have filled up water, it has maintained its temperature very nicely. So I think the temp shield insulation that's in there does perform at its finest and at a really good pace right there. So I think that needs to be mentioned. This bottle holds 21 ounces. However, I don't know if that's true because you can't really fill it up to the top here because this cap kind of screws in, and it would kind of, I filled it up to the top a few times, it kind of squirts out the top awkwardly, and it kind of makes everything you own wet. So you really don't want to have that be a part of what you're doing. But 21 ounces is the carrying capacity of this water bottle. And that's one more thing to note. It does make a noise when you kind of see, like, when you just kind of set it down on the desk and stuff like that. So those are all crucial aspects to know. You really don't want to be in a meeting where a metal water bottle kind of ruins it. But I really think it makes a classy sound. It's not the craziest thing in the world. It's not like you're trying to park a boat on top of your conference table there. It kind of is a classy, like, hey, I'm here, I have my metal water bottle, I care about the turtles and saving the environment, so here I am. So that's kind of how we get to this Hydro Flask 21-ounce water bottle right here. Those are my initial thoughts on it. Now let's bring it into the lab and give it some tests. So for the flex test for the 21-ounce Hydro Flask, you see it's able to handle its corner really well. As we put the pressure down, you really don't see a deviation in how the bottle bends or breaks. Very rigid, sturdy design, which I can attribute that to the Hydro Flask company. Really seems that their double insulate wall technology, I forget what it's called, is doing a very good job of keeping a very rigid, stable structure on this bottle. Now that being said, it doesn't really bend or break, so not the most flexible water bottle in the world. However, it does seem to be pretty rigid, so I would say it passes the flex test but doesn't excel on the flex test from our lab results. Now, as this product was gifted to me by one of my viewers, I'm not going to go ahead and drop it on my own accord, but I will say how Hydro Flasks do have an issue when you do drop them. They are very dent and scratch prone. You can see a few examples of these as we scroll through some of these products. I just searched Hydro Flask dents on Google, and here are the results. Denting Hydro Flask is a massive issue in this country, an epidemic, if you will. One issue is that when it cracks, you see the paint kind of crack as well with the dent. The paint isn't really too flexible, so if you drop your Hydro Flask once, there's a pretty good chance that it might pretty hurt your chances of being able to have a really clean Hydro Flask. And once you have one drop, it's like a tumble to the next drop, and then the drops never start coming. So that's my fear with Hydro Flask. That's maybe one of my drawbacks is these things, while they're reliable, they will show their wear and tear over time, so you have to be very careful when you're owning one of these. So touching down here for the final ratings of the Hydro Flask 21-ounce Sport Cap water bottle, visual and presentation is going to be a 9.4. I told you I really like their sleek matte paint designs. I think that gets a 9.4 for me. Aerodynamics is a 9.6. Very aerodynamic and sleek water bottle. If this water bottle had to go through a jet tunnel or something like that, no doubt it would cut right through the air with its sleek design. Very slim corners, no protruding edges. Big fan of that. Durability is going to take a hit at 6.2 because of the drop aspect that I just talked about. While they are metal and they are secure water bottles, they will suffer a dent and a crack when it gets dropped from a few inches to a foot above the ground, so not the best in terms of durability. Temperature keeping ability, however, they are one of the best at a 9.8. And some of these bottles, you pour in your water and 30 seconds later it's back at room temperature. Here they claim that temperature can stay for 48 hours, the same with this water bottle. And I'm able to believe that. When I pour water into it from a cold water fountain, it's able to stay cold for the rest of my day or whatever I'm up to. So definitely gets a 9.8 in my book, but just holds it from a 10 because 10 would be probably something absurd that's able to stay like for 3 days or something like that. So my standards are pretty high with temperature keeping ability. Portability is going to be a 9.9 as well because this is able to fit into like the cup holder of your car and is able to have a good effect when you take it out of the water bottle and stuff like that, and it's able to clip onto your backpack easily. Because of its look and its slim design, it's very easy to take to a conference, meeting, classroom, even put it in the cup holder of your car, and it has a clip on top, so you can take it pretty much anywhere. So very portable bottle in my book. Overall, this finishes and touches down at an overall rating of 9.65 for the Hydro Flask 21-ounce Sport Cap water bottle. I've been very impressed with this water bottle and have loved its performance so far. Well, those are my thoughts on the Hydro Flask 21-ounce Sport Cap water bottle. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch and hear what I have to say about it. Please click the links on the screen to catch more reviews about household items or other rankings and analysis of other random things in our lives. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you click subscribe to catch more videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!